Hello, I'm Brad Warner. I'd like to show you how to use a CDK environment. If you haven't already bootstrapped an environment, please go watch a video about that. Here, we're going to focus on deploying resources. After you've practiced deploying resources and destroying resources, then you can deploy any kinds of apps, any kinds of resources into the AWS cloud that you write your CDK scripts to do. In this case, we're going to start very simple. We're going to create a CDK app, deploy it. It really has no resources, so there's nothing to use. But in general, if you are creating queues and message pipelines and data lakes and other compute resources, then you would certainly go and use those resources, perhaps for hours, days, weeks, months, years, however long you need them. And then when you're done with them, you can destroy them. So creating and destroying resources, part of the life cycle of your cloud apps. The simple example here has no resources in it other than some metadata. Let's take a look at this process. I have that script right here, the high-level steps, and again, the detailed steps that I'm going to run you through right here. Let's just sneak up and focus on the ones at the top there. And then the bottom here, I'm going to go and just do that first command. So you create a place for your app in your source code. Then navigate down in there, and we can do the Cloud Development Kit initialization of your app and use whatever language you want. If you do Go or Python or Java, you can do that. Here, we're just going to use TypeScript. Check for the languages that the CDK creates in the CDK documentation. Here, we are going to deploy this stack into CloudFormation, and the synthesize command or synth command here can be used separately if you want to kind of look at what would get created. If you just want to deploy it, just use the deploy command. There also is the CDK for Terraform, the CDK TF. That could be used to deploy via HashiCorp Terraform instead of AWS CloudFormation, if you prefer. And if you want to deploy Kubernetes resources, you can deploy either through Helm charts or Kubernetes manifests using the CDKs. But this stack is ready. We can, or not the stack is ready, excuse me, the app project is ready here. So now we could go and deploy it. Notice that there are many resources that were created as a part of this project. The purpose of this video is just to simply show you how to deploy and destroy such a project, not how the details behind it work. So let's just close all that off and not worry about those details. The next step here is, well, it's up at the top in case I forget it. It's to do CDK deploy. And then this is going to go and create a CloudFormation template. So the CDK synthesize could do that separately, the synth. The deploy does the synthesis first, and then it will deploy that as a stack called empty stack, and it will have whatever resources we created. But I didn't create any resources in there. I just said init, and then we went right to the deploy. So this is going to create an empty stack in CloudFormation, and that creates that metadata resource that is in it, and then it's done. So go check over in CloudFormation. Let me go hit, well, I didn't even have to hit the refresh button. As I was on my way up to hitting the refresh button, that bootstrap that we had earlier was already there, but then this automatically appeared. So the empty stack that we just created, well, we created it. You were here with me, right? So thank you. And there we have that. We can go and look at the resources inside there if we wanted to, go and delete it, go and update it, whatever we need to do here. But why would we do that in the console when we could go and do that in development environment? We could script it, we could automate it, we could put it into a CDK pipeline. So here, we're done with this resource. So let's just go and destroy it. One thing to remember about the CDK is we're going to go and we're going to deploy resources and then destroy them. Easy way to remember that, just deploy, destroy, right? So to delete, we don't say remove or delete, we just say CDK space destroy. I'm not going to specify, yes, I really want to do this. So it's going to prompt me interactively. Of course, if this were automated in a script or a pipeline, you would make sure that you confirm that you're actually done with the resources and you do want to get rid of them. Here, the CDK destroy is going to go and prompt me, yes, I want to really get rid of it. So it goes and destroys that. and delete in progress, empty stack. We could use the CLI or the CDK or the SDKs and check through the APIs of CloudFormation. Hey, what happened with that? What's the status? We could also, of course, come back here graphically, and I'm going to take a look here and actually hit the refresh button there. Oh, it's gone, which is what we had asked it to do. So deploy and destroy. That's it. So the process to go and create and delete resources in AWS is as straightforward as that using the CDK. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know. Thanks.